should we move on to some streaming? Because this is all on Amazon Prime from Sunday, May 24th. So you've got another good big batch of things to watch here, kicking off with, I actually really enjoyed this, Mad Max Fury Road. Do you enjoy this?
Yes, Fury Road I think is an absolute classic. We were talking earlier about Jodie Comer potentially being cast as young Furiosa for the prequel-sequel thing that George Miller's doing. This is a phenomenal film. Tom Hardy, of course, as the new Mad Max. But, of course, he's playing second fiddle to Furiosa, as played by Charlize Theron. How there was no Oscar nomination in this one for Charlize Theron astounds me, because it's a hell of a performance.
Yeah, it really is. I also think that she's possibly stepping down from this, because there was a lot of chat about her and Tom Hardy just not getting on during production for this. Which
they've been quite upfront about, and they have said a lot of that is to do with the circumstances of filming. It's a very tough production. You're in the desert, you don't know quite what you're doing, which is fine. It's a film unlike any other. You have to imagine you'd have no idea what it was you were filming. But of course, speaking of having no idea what you were filming, Passengers leaps to mind.
You'll have no idea what you're watching either.
Well, the thing with Passengers is this was a script that had sat on the blacklist for a couple of years. It had been declared to be, one of the best unproduced scripts in Hollywood. It finally got made by Morton Tilden, who had made The Intimidation Game. Starred Jennifer Lawrence, Chris Pratt, who were both at the top of the height, the very pinnacle of their fame at that moment. And, it was young, it was sexy, it was glossy, it was cool. It's a sci-fi tale that, it turns out, when you play it back, has something of a creepy undertone that proves problematic, and audiences do shy away from that. So they maybe should have thought that one through. But of course, escaping controversy entirely, one last pick for Amazon Prime that's being unleashed on Sunday. This is going to be one from your childhood years, from your childhood vault, as it is mine, Bex. It's Richie Rich.
Yes, and who doesn't want a McDonald's in their house? I mean, if you have one...
I wouldn't survive.
If you have one big takeaway from that movie, it's that. And takeaway, yes, is kind of the key word in that. What a brilliant film. Macaulay Culkin, again, talking about the height of his fame. This is like, just post Home Alone. Let's get him doing other cool stuff. And again, he created another iconic, nostalgic movie. Richie Rich, be the richest kid on the block, or in fact in the world, and you've got everything at your feet. But it's not all about the money that you make.
Oh, it's about the friends you make along the way. And this film is actually nicely positioned in about 1994, when you could get away with that level of hokiness. So. Yeah, it's still technically a classic, so you can revisit Richie Rich, as indeed I will be, when it arrives on Amazon Prime, along with Mad Max Fury Road and Passengers on Sunday, May the 24th. So, there's 3 great films there for you to see. I mean, I personally quite like Passengers, despite how problematic it truly is. Yeah. But you can make your own mind up. At the very least, it's sexy looking. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say.